We know that on every kid's wish list is some type of electric gadget. Well, join us today to talk about how to make sure you are keeping your child safe with your tech gadgets is Elena of Not My Kid. How are you this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, again, as I said, every Christmas list right now has some type of tech gadget on it. But we got to really think about what we're going to help make sure the kids are safe with those gadgets. Let's talk a little about that.
Yeah, so something that we really do like to tell parents is wait till 8th. So 8th grade is usually the time that we recommend for technology to be brought in, especially those smartphones, because they do have so much access to so much online.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that I had, the TV as my babysitter, kind of. You know what, Mom would put me in front of the TV, but we had Sesame Street, we had Electric Company, stuff like that for us to watch. Now parents are just handing them a phone or handing them a tablet, especially at young ages. That's not the smart thing to do right now as a babysitter, right?
Exactly. There's so much out on the websites, on these apps. There's so much exposure to adult content that they don't really know, and they don't know how to supervise that. So one of the things that we do know is that with so much exposure, there are parental locks that you can put on there and different apps that you can use to supervise what they're looking at and what they're searching. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about those apps because, we do hear kids talk about the apps from other people where they see the commercial and they want to get them. The parents are like, okay, we heard it on, the kids network. Let's go ahead and download it. But sometimes they download the wrong one thinking that they did the right one. That's something they need to start researching, right?
Yes, correct. So there's two apps that we really recommend. There's Bark and there's Life 360. It gives you access to be supervising and add some of those locks as to what you don't want them to be looking at. Or if they are exposed to that, it sends you an alert and lets you know, hey, maybe you should have this conversation.
Yeah, okay. Another part too are games. We know that now kids want to be streaming their self on the games and talking to other people and kids and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to really check out who they're talking to because it might not be an 8-year-old child.
Exactly. So with all of these games that kids are accessing, sometimes parents don't understand that they can get connected to a whole other world. They're talking to people, they're chatting to people, so that does affect them because, like you mentioned, they might not be talking to another 8-year-old. On the other side of that, it could be an adult that is trying to harm them.
Yeah. All right. This is for the grandparents. And we have to say, Grandma, Grandpa, I know you want to be the favorite grandparent in the world. You think it's great. But if Mom and Dad have locks on those games or tell them they can't have them, please don't go and get them because there's a reason why that as older parents or older grandparents we don't know about. And that's something you say. If the kid comes to ask you, you really need to pay attention, not to go sure because you want to be that favorite grandparent.
Yes, correct. That's one of the biggest things we always say. If parents say no, please follow those rules because there is a reason. There's some safety behind that. And like you mentioned, sometimes they're exposed to so much more. So these games that might not be age appropriate can cause more damage.
Yeah, because they hear about them and stuff. So this is very important. Not My Kid is something that we also have to say a lot too, is we have to stop saying not my kid. That's why you guys did this.
Exactly.
I always say, might happen to my kids, so I need to protect them, which is very important. So where can people find more information about all this and everything else that's going on at Not My Kid?
Yeah, so they can go onto our website and then they can follow us on Instagram and even on YouTube. We have some amazing clips of presentations and webinars we've already done on these topics and a few other topics. So they're free to do that and reach out to us directly. We can provide those services as needed.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, all right, stick around. We got more of the mix coming up after this.